Hey everybody, what's up? This is a video response for Sunny and Stormy. They were basically asking what's our favorite Christmas memory, what made it special, etc. Growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, but my parents made Christmas amazing every year. We also celebrate something, coming from a Catholic family, something called St. Nick's Day, where I think it's December 5th. We'd get Christmas candy, St. Nick would fill our stockings, etc. And I always have fond memories of that. But to pinpoint one specific Christmas as a kid is actually hard, because to me it's just that feeling of being safe and warm and all the toys and endless Christmas vacation and just that wonderment of youth. So what I'd have to pick for my favorite Christmas memory, maybe because it's more in my head yet, would be the Christmas of 1999. My nephew Derek was born the week before Christmas. He's my first niece or nephew, of two right now. That was a big deal for us. At the time, I lived somewhere else. Relatively close to where I live now, but I lived in a different city. And I had just ended a relationship as well as a bunch of friendships which came crashing down because of it over that whole course of 1999. 1999 was a really rough year, but it was this really interesting year of transition for me. By the end of the year, things were all right again. By the end of 1999, with my nephew's birth, it was just this feeling that things had changed, that things were going to be all right. And for me, I remember driving home from the hospital a day or two after he was born, and I was with my parents. I think we went out for pizza or something after. And we kind of said, about my sister and her husband, they have a lot ahead of them. And I think of that time, and then Christmas that followed. We always do a Christmas brunch with my family, and it was the first Christmas brunch. We had a 1-year-old in the house. They showed up late. He was cranky. We had the soggiest potatoes I've ever had for breakfast. Breakfast or brunch was cold, and it didn't matter. And I remember sitting there by the Christmas tree with my nephew on my chest, and it just seemed like with the change of the millennium, and with this new generation, it was a change. It went from childhood, I think, fully to adulthood. This all happened right before I turned 30. And so for me, that Christmas stands for so much more than just a special memory. And there's so many of them. I have a small immediate family, but a large extended family that I still see on Christmas all the time. But for me, that Christmas of 1999, I guess I should share this. At the time, I was working a second job at a music store, and I was working a lot of hours at both jobs, and I remember falling asleep in front of my Christmas tree the night he was born. I fell asleep reading Stephen King's The Stand. I just remember that. And I woke up with the book on my chest, and the phone rang and rang and rang. I told my sister, call me as soon as you have the baby. And I was the last person in the end they got a hold of because I was so out of it. They called me in the middle of the night, and I couldn't make sense of this number on my caller ID. So eventually they got a hold of me in the morning. I was the last person they got a hold of. But so that was just weird. And at that point on, Christmas and celebrating the millennium with my friends and all that, just it was heightened for me, and it was so special. Just a special era, kind of a huge beginning of sorts. So that's my Christmas memory. If you ask me this question tomorrow, I could probably pull 2 or 3 other favorite, probably 20 different favorite holiday memories. But tonight, that's what I'm thinking of. He's got a birthday coming up. We have the big roller skating birthday party for him Friday night. He's going to be 9. So it's hard to believe. Almost a decade has passed already, but that was a pretty special time. So thanks for the question, guys. That's all for now. Talk to you later. Bye.